Years ago when I was a kid in 1970s, we lived behind a convenience store, and we always had pop soft drinks on hand. Anyway, I was drinking a lot of pop. We was all sitting, as a family, sitting in the living room. And Mom jumped me a little bit, drinking, I think Coke or Pepsi, I forget which, but Mom jumped me a little bit. She said, Greg, I was maybe 12 years old. She said, Greg, all that sugar's hard on you. And Dad was laying there. He looks at Mom and says, and this is in the 70s. My dad told my mom, he said, would you believe they can't prove that? And Mom goes, oh, come on. No. Dad says, did you know they cannot prove that sugar is the culprit? In other words, it might pump up your adrenaline gland a little bit. That's just stimulating it. But they cannot prove that sugar is the main harmful. In other words, it does harm. It stimulates, but they cannot prove it does harm. Mom couldn't believe it. Yeah. So, you know how mothers are. Get ready to cry. I never will forget that. Dad jumped her pretty good. He said, they cannot prove it. And as far as I know, they still can't. But, so I got another one. Until they prove they'll put you in the grave, I'm still drinking this stuff. Regardless. I'm probably you're worried about sugar being hard on you, and knowing me, I'll get my mind off crossing the road one of these days and get nailed by a car. A friend of mine knew a guy that smoked cigarettes for 40 years, 5 packs a day. Everybody jumping on him. John Doe, that'll hurt you. He's smoking 5 packs. They're probably right. That ain't what killed him. Came home one evening, dusk. His mailbox is across the road. You know where I'm going with this. He figured his wife probably didn't check the mail. So he parked his driveway, got out of his car, walked to the mailbox. You know how you get your mind on your mail? After you get out of the mailbox, you look through your mail, and not realizing you're walking a little bit, he did that. Truck come by and killed him. Oh, it ain't what you think will get you. Like my grandpa used to say, if one thing won't get you, something else will. Ain't that the truth? But no, a couple of my family members, which I won't name, sort of disagree with me. Well, all this ingredients. I said no. I told them, they cannot prove sugar's hard on you. Or bad. Destructive is the word I'm looking for. Just because it pumps up your adrenal gland does not mean it's hard on you. It just stimulates. But I'll never forget when my dad jumped on my mom. I worry about it. I remember him telling my mom, I worry about the kids consuming too much sugar too. But they can, it's 1970s, but they can't prove it's harmful. Mom couldn't believe it. You know how women are.